Early. Turn that shit off, man. I feel bad for Cassie. Somebody gonna have to pull her to the side and ask her some questions and see if this what she really want to do. I think this may be the worst thing she could possibly do in her life is go up there and testify against Diddy. Cause she participated in a whole lot of that stuff. People claiming that she the mastermind behind a whole lot of that. People really think that Diddy had the brains to pull off a freak off when he don't even know what day of the week it is because he was so drunk and high. People really think R. Kelly was smart enough to pull off all the stuff they said he did when he can't even manage a credit card, let alone take care of some minors or whatever the case is. I want y'all to see something because this is very, very disturbing. Cassie plans on testifying against Diddy. She better not smirk. She better not smile. She better keep a straight face and cry the whole time she testifying because it's a possibility that she more guilty than he is. Cassie plans to testify against Diddy, but not anonymously. She want the world to see her face. She want everybody to know that it's her that's pointing the finger at Diddy. She going the 6ix9ine route. Ain't no shame in her game. This really make me wonder. Her husband must like the fact that she was a freak for Diddy. It must turn him on, knowing that she got slutted out by the nastiest man alive. He wake up in cold sweats with a heated blanket on. He don't care nothing about none of that shit. Whatever she got, he got. They got as a family, as a community. How's she ever gonna be able to get over it and move on with her life? How's she gonna be able to say, hey, I'm a new person and the past is the past when she testifying real soon? Cassie plans on testifying during Diddy's upcoming trial and it won't be anonymous. So it's gonna be a freak show. Y'all wanna know what it really is, man? And what it's really all about? People don't care about the Jane Does and the John Does. All people care about is Cassie. They not trying to pay a man for being violated by another man. All of them gigolos and them dudes that came forward saying that Diddy sexually assaulted them, they not trying to get them dudes a dime. Because if you let another grown man take advantage of you as a grown man, maybe you got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to listen at this.
Or victim one.
Or John Doe's.
Or John Doe's. But Cassie allegedly, apparently, is going to take the stand and talk about her abuser. Obviously, that tape of him beating her up at the hotel is what set off this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, this has just made it matters so bad for Diddy. So now that she is gonna sit up there and like look him square in the eyes and talk about her side of the story, that's not great for Diddy, obviously.
No, and like I think also Cassie is a celebrity, right? Like millennials know who she was or is. She had like a booming career back in the day. So I think it also adds some extra zhuzh when you have like a well-known public figure coming forward.
Trusted public figure.
Trusted and beloved
Yeah.
too. So I think that also will hurt him.
A victim is a victim. It shouldn't matter if she famous or not, but that just goes to show that people don't care nothing about victimhood or nothing. They just want celebrities in the news. People want to go to the court and see celebrities in there. People want to pick up the newspaper and read about celebrities because this type of stuff happen every day It goes on in every community in America. But if it don't have a celebrity attached to it, it's not going to last as long as a trial like this. This been going on for a long time. It's April. The trial starting next month. Cassie about to get up there and testify. Ain't no telling who else going to follow behind Cassie. It could be a slew of other artists because there's people in Hollywood that really don't got nothing going on right now. It'd be a good look for publicity. It'd be a good look to jumpstart their careers, get some sympathy or whatever the case is. So once Cassie take the stand and people see that she getting all that love and support and sympathy, she already got, what was it, 30 to 50 million out of the situation. She probably double or triple that by the time this trial is over because of the supporters that's going to be reaching out and hitting her Cash App, her GoFundMe. I don't understand how people that barely got money be giving money to people that we all know got millions of dollars, but it happens. And Cassie gonna get a whole bunch of support from people out there that just want to show her support because they heard about what happened. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of the stuff that she participated in was consensual. Let me see if I can hear myself. But the truth of the matter is, okay, it sound good. A lot of the stuff she participated in is consensual. She agreed to a lot of that. So when she take the stand, what is she gonna say? Yeah, I helped him sniff the pink cocaine. Yeah, I popped the Molly. Yeah, I spread my legs for the BBCs. Actually, I was the one that got on Backpage and found these men so they could come freak off with me and Diddy. Oh, Diddy never participated. He just sat in the chair and pleasured himself while I got it in with multiple BBCs. This happened on multiple occasions. It wasn't a one-time affair. I was with Diddy for 10 years straight, and it was a nonstop party, and I hated every second. How's she gonna convince the people that she didn't have the time of her life when she was with Diddy? How's she gonna convince the court that she didn't enjoy dressing in the most expensive clothes, driving the most exotic cars, eating the most lavish food? Yeah, it came with an ass whooping, maybe a couple of ass whoopings, but she was willing to take the punches. There's people that go on TV shows and do all types of things to be contestants and to compete and to have a chance at $100,000. People put themselves through all different types of shit just to get ahead. People go to college and join fraternities, sororities, and get their ass beat on a daily basis just so they can pledge. So how's she going to testify for getting ahead? I know it sounds messed up, but a lot of times you got to do what you got to do to get ahead. I mean, you don't got to, but people choose to do it. Somebody said, I don't get why she's testifying, Sean. I really don't. She got 30 mil. Live your life. How's she going to be able to get over this? How's she going to move on? She's married now. She got a husband. She got kids. But somehow, some way, she want to drag this thing on out. You figure if somebody really got on with their life, they don't want no parts of this. Let the past be the past. But she the front runner when it comes to testifying against this man. Cassie plans on testifying during Diddy's upcoming trial, and it won't be anonymous. Victim one is prepared to testify under her own name during the upcoming trial, where Diddy will defend himself against charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. What if there's still feelings there? When she get in the courtroom and she see Diddy looking all pitiful and shit, and she got to reminisce on the times they went on vacations. It wasn't always bad times. They wasn't always binging. The crack wasn't always in their nose. They had times where they genuinely enjoyed each other and had conversations about life. She had to be there when he was burning and crying. And he had to be the one holding her hand when she was burning and crying. To live a Bonnie and Clyde lifestyle, like how they was living, They have a bond. They got all different types of soul ties. So for her to get up there in the court and testify against this man like she wasn't enjoying the ride, and then go home and lay in the bed with her husband and sleep good at night, I don't even see how that's possible. We got to get back into this, man, because I think she need to think this over. I think somebody need to pull her to the side and say, hey, Cassie, this might not be a good look, because when it's all said and done, they might be putting cuffs on her for the shit that she was doing, for the stuff that she was participating in. It's a possibility that she could go to jail for being a part of the madness that Diddy had going on. Just last month, persecutors in the case finally handed over the names of 3 anonymous women to Diddy's legal team. So he's aware of who is leveling accusations against him. So he prepared to throw Cassie under the bus. He got receipts on her. He got video footage. He got audio footage. Don't make him put out a tape. Since they put out a tape of him in the hotel, I'm pretty sure he got Cassie talking all types of crazy. They said she the one that put the hit out on Kim Porter. According to a lot of people, remember when they were saying Cassie made Kim Porter eat her bloody tampon and she was giggling it? She was giggling about it with Diddy in the back of the limousine. What if he pulled that up? Cassie's identity had already become public because of the indictment references to a hotel beating video. Obviously, the one CNN published last year, then apparently destroyed the tape of. So we know who she is. Everybody know that she got her side of the story. But one thing we haven't heard so far is his side of the story. And hopefully during the trial, we get the opportunity to hear his side of the story. We don't heard Gene Dill's side of the story. We heard a lot of his artists. We heard their side of the story. And to Diddy's credit, he never came out and said nothing publicly about anybody negatively, unless he was defending himself. He said some things about Mace because Mace was coming at his head. He said some things about 50 Cent. And even when he did, he said it in a respectable manner. He never had no malice towards nobody. But seeing how he been locked up and people been running all over him and painting him out to be this demon, I'm interested to hear what he got to say about all of this, man. He's currently locked up in MBC Brooklyn, a notorious federal prison, awaiting his trial, which is supposed to begin on May 5th. Diddy has pleaded not guilty, and he's denied all allegations of wrongdoing made against him. When you got millions of dollars and people know you got this money, people have been seeing that you had money for a long time. And when these people get around you, these people are willing to do whatever it is that you want to do. If he want to jump in the pool, niggas gonna take their clothes off and jump in the pool, regardless of where he at. If Diddy want to do it, they gonna want to do it too. So all of this stuff they saying that they was forced to participate in, I don't believe Diddy got to force anybody to do anything, man.
She, of course, became public. All of this went public when that video came out from CNN. So it's been revealed who she is already. And now she is not looking to conceal her name. She wants to, put it all out on the table. And yeah, yikes, it could be really bad for him.
Well, I would assume that she's not the only alleged victim who is going to take the stand for the prosecution, but maybe she'll be the only one to sort of like publicly use her name, or the other ones might do it and just be still known as Jane Doe or victim 1 or 2. Do you think?
Yeah.
You think? I think they'll get more.
Yeah, I feel like I would if like I was involved in something like this.
Ugh.
I know, well, I'm not. But I feel like it would make me feel better as like a woman if there was like a powerhouse that's coming forward and being public.
Yeah.
I would feel more comfortable doing that as well if you have somebody leading the charge, which she kind of seems like she is, the main person that's going to be
Leading the charge. Like Diddy got the power to change laws. Like Diddy got the power to get people fired for no reason. Like Diddy got the power to do any motherfucking thing, man. He's powerless. He's defenseless. He ain't shit. They don't need a powerhouse against this man. All they need is a sentencing. But they're not trying to do that because this is all entertainment at the end of the day. If this was urgent, if this was serious, if they had all the shit that they said he had, they wouldn't be hesitating to drop the hammer on this man. But the reason why they taking so long is because they want to squeeze the entertainment out of this. And now they got Cassie about to hit the stand and testify against him. This is going to be a movie. Cassie Ventura will testify using her name at ex-partner Sean Diddy's Combs' criminal trial. So if she didn't use her name and she just testified anonymously, it'll get thrown in a can, just like the rest of the people out there that testified against Diddy. All of the grown men, but her, literally, talking about how Diddy forced them to have anal sex and to give him fellatios and all of this madness as grown-ass men. They want sympathy on top of a paycheck. They mothers need to be embarrassed, man. If a man testify against another man, especially a high-profile celebrity, he need to bring his mother to court so she can get on the stand. Matter of fact, bring their mother and their father to court so they can get on stand and explain to the jury what the fuck went wrong with their childhood or how they wasn't raised to defend themselves or whatever the case is, man. The longtime girlfriend of incarcerated rap mogul will no longer be known as victim number one. They put her ahead of the line in front of everybody. Because of the truth of the matter is, none of the other victims got no type of fame or celebrity whatsoever. Shit, if Jennifer Lopez was a victim, Cassie would be victim number 2. If it was any other celebrity that was a victim, Cassie would be 3, 4, 5. But since she the only one with a ringtone single, they gonna make her celebrity numero uno, and everybody else gotta play second fiddle to Cassie, even though he don't bang them in all their asses allegedly. Had them bleeding, gasping for air over the balcony after he don't drug their ass and stuck straws up their ass. Cassie was willing for 10 years. Some of these people he just met walking down the street, snatched their ass up, tap that booty in the alleyway. They go to the emergency room. They come back positive, but Cassie is number one in the situation, y'all. When she takes that stand at his sex trafficking and racketeering trial in New York next month, all hell is going to break loose. Cassie Ventura is set to testify against her ex-partner, Sean Diddy Combs, at his upcoming trial and will not take the stand as victim number one. She's going to take it as Cassie Ventura in the flesh for the lights, the cameras, the media. They all going to be there. Jay-Z and Beyonce going to be in attendance. They said Kanye planning on showing up with the Klan outfit on. It's going to be bloggers, YouTube bloggers, TMZ. You know they're going to be there. The whole world is showing up to see Cassie testify against her ex-lover, her ex-pimp. They said she had an abortion, so her ex-baby daddy, her ex-CEO, her boss, he was everything to Cassie. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no Cassie. He more important than her father. Her father ain't never give her $30 million. Her father ain't never give her a recording contract. Her father ain't never give her fame. Her father probably beat her ass when she was a kid for disciplinary purposes. That's probably the only thing her father and Diddy got in common. But she gonna go up there as herself. No alias, no none of that. She just gonna go up there as Cassie Ventura and tell her side of the story. And the whole world is waiting to see how this gonna go. She not going up there as victim number one, but will use her name when she tells the court of her relationship with the rap mogul as he defends himself against federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Federally, he gonna have to file this shit on his taxes. Even if he get out of jail, he gonna be a sex offender. He gonna have to live next door to Bill Cosby and a couple of other celebrities. Ventura and 3 other alleged victims are set to testify. She front running it. When they sell them court tickets, it's gonna have Cassie on the top with glitter and all that shit. Condom wrappers, all that shit. Wait till they come out with the flyers. And the other victims, they gonna be at the bottom, like males, like little male strippers. They faces gonna be in little circles at the bottom of the flyer, while Cassie up there with the champagne bottles and shit. Ventura and 3 other alleged victims. They alleged. They know Cassie telling the truth. These other people might be lying, but they gonna throw them in there just for the theatrics, just in case Cassie shit fumble. Maybe one of them could pick up the ball and run it home on Diddy. So she ain't doing it alone. It's her. She frontlining the shit. She got a and these other people gonna come off the bench. Ventura and 3 other alleged victims are set to testify in court at Combs' trial in a Friday motion submitted by the prosecution. Y'all see that? It sounds like execution, but it's persecution. That means that it's a personal execution. That's what Diddy is about to be going through. And the whole world is waiting to see it, man. Walt Disney allegedly getting involved. They planning on mailing out 3D goggles. So before you get this stimulus check, they've been promising people for years, you might want to look in the mail for them 3D goggles, because they coming along with the Cassie trial. I don't order my pizza in advance. I got the delivery date and everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need y'all to hit them likes because we having technical difficulties. This microphone's supposed to blare out gas, and I've been hearing it. Hold on, I got it on members only mode. That's why we ain't getting no comments. I didn't know that. Let me do something about that so y'all can leave comments. I didn't know it was on members only until right now. And y'all should join the channel too. And shout out to the members that's leaving comments. Not only, let me do this real quick. I do apologize because everybody ain't able. I know the struggle is real. So we gonna fix that right now. I do apologize, man, because a lot of y'all ain't members of shit. Ain't never joined the gang, ain't got a Sam's Club membership. You just ain't got shit. So we gonna make it to where any and everyone can leave a comment and let me know. See, we changed it. Y'all can leave comments, please do, because I want to put y'all I want to put y'all on the screen and show y'all some love, man. So thank you to everybody out there. Also, y'all could call into the show and voice your opinions. I got the link in the description box so y'all could get on cam, whatever y'all want to do. And if you don't plan on getting on camera, don't bother calling, because that's how we doing that. It's in the description box. I got so much love for y'all. Let's get back into this. Ventura and 3 other alleged victims are set to testify in court at Combs' trial in a Friday motion submitted by the prosecution. Federal attorneys told the court that the witness listed as victim number 1 will no longer be testifying anonymously during the New York trial. She told them to take that shit off. I don't want that. Put me out there butt naked. She asked them she trying to go raw on Diddy. They was gonna have her in another room on Skype or some shit with a Hello Kitty emoji up there, so don't nobody know who she is. They was gonna put the deep shit on her voice so Diddy couldn't recognize it was Cassie. She said, "Fuck." She coming in the court so she could look him in his face and point the finger at his nose and tell everybody that he's nasty. But the thing about it is, if he nasty like that, that mean that she nasty too. Because she was a willing participant. A lot of them other people, they weren't willing. They ain't know he was going to snatch out them butt plugs, get them all doped up, ram their booties and send them back home in a taxi cab or whatever. They didn't have a clue what was going to happen. Some of them people met Diddy for the first time and wound up getting meat shanked. They wound up getting meat shanked by Diddy. He banged their butt so bad, a lot of them people ain't realized what happened until a month later when they came back too. But Cassie was witnessing this stuff. She witnessed Diddy masturbating with lace baby oil. She the one that gave him CPR every time he OD'd. Now she about to get on the stand and convince a jury that she's a victim of doing something that she was willing to do. And I know a lot of people gonna take Cassie's side, and I'm gonna take Cassie's side because she's a woman in the situation. And I would never want to paint an image like she not a victim, when we all know what victimhood is all about. And for the people that never took the time to think about what victimhood really is, I'm about to do you a favor so we can learn and be educated together. Because it's a lot of words that we use and we don't understand what we be using or what we be saying. Sometimes people just be talking just to be talking. And not only do I like to give blogs, I like to educate as well. So y'all about to witness what a victim really is. A victim is a person that's been harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime, an accident, or either an event or action. A person who is tricked, a person who is duped, a living creature killed as a religious sacrifice. Now that is a victim. And I hate to say it, but Cassie ain't none of them things. Because she was aware. Now I'm gonna take her side for it, because if I gotta choose between Cassie and Diddy, I'm gonna choose her every time. But the truth of the matter is, when you grown, we seen her. Let me show y'all something. We seen her living her best life, wearing shit that we know she can't afford, eating food that we know she couldn't afford, being places that she wasn't even invited to. But because she was with this man, she had all access. And he wasn't trying to hog her. He wasn't trying to be greedy. She lived the life that she wanted to live on his dime. He couldn't get it up. She told him to get some BBCs. She needed more wood for the fire. She told him to get some BBCs. He wasn't satisfying her. He old. He done freaked off too much in the 90s. He an old man with a young woman in the 2000s. They saying that allegedly she told him to get the BBCs. And when the BBCs wasn't enough, when the BBCs wasn't enough for Cassie, she took her personal trainer, the man that Diddy hired to keep her glutes intact, the man that Diddy hired to keep her fine so she could look good in them clothes that he buy her when she go on the red carpet. He hired this man to make sure she ain't have cellulite, jiggling all in the back of her dress. And women like her usually don't age gracefully. He had to make sure them chins was intact. Diddy spent a lot of money on Cassie. And she was so meat greedy that she wound up marrying the personal trainer, and they still married to this day. And she got the nerve to bring her ass into court with her husband, the man that he hired to keep her in shape, and say what? Hold on. Said, what up, Sean? Finally got alive while at work. We would love to know what you do for a living, brother. That way we can give a shout out to you and everybody at your job, man. So let us know exactly what you do for a living, brother. That way, the next time you go live and you at work, your whole job could tune in after we give them that shout out. So please let us know. Okay, let's get back into this. Yeah, leave that right there. Okay. Y'all bear with me while I get this together. Because reading them comments, it take a lot out of me. Okay, this is the part where I left off. Let me drink this tea real quick. Because this is important. Especially for the people with no education and don't plan on going back to school. You're going to learn today. Today, you're going to get your education in something. You ain't think about being a plumber or electrician. Some of y'all not even motivated enough to go get the CNA. How you gonna get your LPN? You ain't even got the CNA. You gonna learn something today, man. Some of y'all just sit on your ass looking stupid, waiting for something to pop up on YouTube. And even when y'all do watch the videos, y'all don't get nothing out of it. So at least I'm here to educate on what's happening, not only with Diddy, but in society, the type of things that's happening in our world. Willing participants are being called victims just for entertainment purposes. Cassie, she was going to do this anonymously, but she not doing it anonymously no more. She going into court and she telling everybody that it's her. It's Cassie saying these things. So when you think it's another Jane Doe or bent over John Doe, no, it's Cassie Bento. These are my words. This is what I have to say about Diddy. And people going to be listening with a fine-tooth comb to get to the bottom of what really happened between her and her gigolo boyfriend at the time. How can he manage to have sex with all these people with one meat unless she's going to reveal that he had clones? One meat and thousands of people, and nobody reported a bump. Nobody said nothing about a gash on the left side of his testicles. Nobody said nothing about a rash over his belly button or nothing. You figure he'll have lumps and bumps all around his ass with all the sex he been having. Maybe it was some I don't know, fucking Benadryl in that baby oil to keep everybody safe. And they never said what drugs was in the baby oil. He probably put some shit in there to keep people safe. You know? Some Alka-Seltzer or something to keep them herpes from flaring up. Extra baby oil and peroxide. What was the drug? Was it ibuprofen? They still ain't tell us what the drug was. So he could have been trying to do people a favor, man. She will no longer be testifying anonymously during the New York trial, which is set to begin May 5th, a month away. Y'all ready? I've been ready. We've been waiting for like a year for this trial to get started. Now, what Diddy need to do is get some of them people that he helped, and we all know he helped because we all know who Cassie is. But what about the people that we know he helped them in their careers? The people that we know he put them on. And it's a whole bunch of them in the entertainment industry. If Cassie can make a grand appearance, how come the people, hold on, let me type this in real quick. Y'all got to feel me on this, man, because this is about to get real ugly and people going to have amnesia like this man ain't never did nothing for nobody. Lil Kim, where you at? That was your boy for years. Always helped her out. Never neglected her. Whatever she needed, her first single, No Time for Fake Ones. Diddy was there. He didn't show up late to the video or nothing. He showed her nothing but love. He didn't have to do that, but they was friends. She was involved in a whole lot of freaky things too. She not gonna come out and tell her behalf. Will they even have the chance to come up there and speak on his behalf? And would they do it? Would they take the risk to get up there and say some kind words about their mentor? Because before he got locked up, he had a whole BET, what they call it, Lifetime Achievement Award. All of the A-list celebrities was coming out talking about how he's a great pioneer and he's just awesome mogul and everybody look up to him. They had nothing but well wishes and nice things to say about this man. Will they do it again? In the time where he needed the most? We're going to see the hypocrites and all these people in Hollywood that was at his parties. We're going to see if they willing to get up there and say a few kind words for the diddler. Only time will tell. Hey. Oh my God, look at this. Will they even give him the opportunity to speak on the situation? Will they even let Stevie J get up there? Will they publicate the shit that he got to say about Diddy? Will they even, I mean, where is his defense? We know Cassie gonna be there. But what about the people that's going to show up for Diddy? Will there be anybody to show up for Diddy and speak on his behalf? It's a possibility that nobody is going to step forward for him at all. Look at this.
Cassie Ventura's public comments coming just days after CNN exclusively obtained the graphic surveillance footage. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister broke the story and has this follow-up on Ventura's reaction. We want to warn our viewers, some of the images in her report are disturbing.
Cassie Ventura breaking her silence for the first time since CNN uncovered.
We ain't showing that.
Oh, reference this.
I got to give a special thank you.
A 2022 acceptance speech in which Combs spoke of Cassie in a much different light.
Also, Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
But now, with the
shit, I did not mean to show that. And you know, they said that they edited that footage because he was on some superhuman shit. You would have thought it was a Marvel movie. The way he grabbed the back of her head and he didn't even touch her head. Her shit just hit the rewind. And he stood over her like he just got done scoring a touchdown. And she was laid out like a GTA character. And it's just over. However they did it, it looked bad. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, it should have never happened. Whatever the case was. If they edited it, whatever. I don't see how you cannot, how the unedited version look wholesome. Like did he slam her to the ground and then rub the back of her head? He kicked her in her ass and then got down and kissed the spot where he kicked her. When he dragged her back to the hotel room, he picked her up and put her stinking ass in the tub. What the unedited version look like that make this version look good? That's something that they're going to have to explain in court.
And I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
God damn, nigga cockeyed. Why he got the camera so damn close? He looked like he confused about the damn video. Like, I swear that's not what happened. He looking at that screen hard. Like, did I really kick her ass? Like, I swear, he must have was hung over the next day. Like, did I even do that shit? They probably did put some AI on that video. The way it was moving and the way she was laying. She had to be the crackhead in the situation because anybody else would have got up or crawled or some shit. He knocked the life out her ass. See, that's why he don't date black girls. Because she would have got up and plunk, plunk both of his eyeballs. Plunk, plunk. She would have did some Kill Bill shit to Diddy. Can you imagine him doing that to Cash Doll or one of them chicks? She would have snapped both of his kneecaps. Lizzo would have straight sat on Diddy. He would have been screaming until the damn security came to get him. Like, help me, help me, help me. When you get up there, Lizzo sitting on top of Diddy and he can't breathe. Help me, help me, help me. She would have broke his ass down. Shit, it's a lot of skinny chicks that would have gave him that work. Well, what's wrong with her, man? She had to be doped up. But like I said, either way, I'm going to take her side over his side because they calling him the diddler out here in these streets, man. But if he the diddler or whatever, she like Harley Quinn, as far as I see it, as far as a lot of people see it, man. People just don't want to admit the truth. Ventura is prepared to testify under her own name. Victim 2 and victim 3 and victim 4, they just got to play the cut. They asked to have their names and identities not be revealed to the press or the public because they lying 9 times out of 10. That's like slapping the shit out of something. That's like throwing the rock and high in your hand. At this point, on a federal level, you might as well just come on out and let the world know what's going on. These people probably got wives, husbands. They don't want their family to know. Quit being a troll. Just if you ain't with it, you ain't with it. And that's why Cassie gonna overshadow whatever they got going on. So if they was planning on getting paid, Cassie coming in to take all of that money. Once they get done hearing what Cassie got to say, who gives a damn about victim 2, 3, and 4? And y'all ain't trying to have y'all faces out there. Why waste people's time? That's like you go to a restaurant and they serve you the main entree, you get full, and here they come with the side dishes. You're going to be like, man, pack that up and let me take that home. You just got done eating a T-bone steak, mashed potatoes, gravy, broccoli, a sweet potato on the side. You full as fuck. And then they come out with victim 2, victim. Man, if y'all don't get that shit out of here. Okay, we got to move on because people getting educated. And I like that. I like the fact that people can watch my videos and get some information that they ain't never heard before. Because it's a lot of people talking on YouTube. And people tell me all the time that the way I say it, they ain't never heard it before because people won't flat out say that Cassie used to be a prostitute or she was a sex worker for cash. But she wouldn't be the only one. Every time I get on social media, it's a big booty. I don't even want to see the ass. I'll be looking for something else. Soon as I turn, matter of fact, where my phone at? I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. So soon as I get on IG, I don't know who the hell that is or where she come from, but she clapping cheeks. For what? I don't know, man. I scroll, it's Asian booty, Arabic booty, and this ain't stuff that I put in my search engine or stuff that I want to see. It's just there. And it ain't nothing I can do about it. When I go to search for something, it's a chick looking back at the camera. So Cassie's selling her body and working for Diddy. That's what everybody doing. By the looks of it on social media, like it's not a chick out here that's not sex working in one way or another. It ain't like people out here standing on the corner selling their ass, but social media is the corner where people go to sell a ass or whatever. But that's Negro here, no there. We got to get back into this news. Somebody said they're going to find him guilty on one of those charges because Cassie is being used by Diageo. She is pregnant and non-black. The trial is on Cinco de Mayo. And I ain't know that shit. And Diego Alcohol is the brand. So they about to have Cassie testify against Diddy on Cinco de Mayo. He fucked, man. He fucked. Okay, look. Victim 2, 3, and 4 have asked that their identities not be revealed to the press or the public, wrote the prosecution, along with a request that pseudonyms be used in court for all of the accusers. Big Meat 27 said that Diddy made him anally penetrate him while he was in a studio with Lil C's. Victim Big Tit Brick said that Diddy made her perform fellatio on him while he was in a hotel room in Manhattan. Victim Big Booty Brenda said that Diddy made her bust it wide open in front of guests at his house or whatever the case. How anything they say gonna hold any weight when they not trying to put their names out there? This case has already received an exceptional amount of media coverage, which will presumably only increase as the trial proceeds, they added. Permitting these measures will prevent unnecessary public disclosure of the victims' identities and the harassment from the media and others, undue embarrassment and other adverse consequences that would man, you gotta pay the fucking price. That's the price you gotta pay when you go through this type of stuff, when you come forward with this type of information. That's just the world we live in. How can they be exempt? They veterans or some shit? How are they gonna be exempt from the same thing that everybody else gotta go through when this type of stuff happens, man? That's like saying I want to play with fire, but I don't want to get burned. I want to go swimming, but I don't want to get wet. How they gonna make if his name out there and he getting shitted on? That's like you shitting on somebody, but you don't want to get no shit. You take a dump on somebody and run off before the piss or something could land on your head. They shouldn't be able to do nothing like this, man. They shouldn't be able to make no accusations if they name. Well, what's the point in putting Cassie's name out there? If they a team and they all gonna be John Does, they all gonna be John Does. But hey, that's how they doing it. Ventura's November 2023 civil lawsuit against Combs, with whom she was in an on and off again relationship with from 2007 to 2018. That's 11 years. Was settled out of court the day after it was filed. But it also opened the door to a flood of civil lawsuits against the rap and fashion power play. That's the reason why she coming out. That's the reason why she want her face to be shown, because she's trying to take all the credit for this bullshit. She know them people lying because she was there. She don't remember none of that shit. She had to be sitting at home like, that never happened. If that would have happened, that mean that I was in the room because I was there that night. That couldn't have happened because the party he's talking about, I was getting blowed by Diddy. that couldn't have happened because I remember that day we went shopping, and when I came home, I was so drunk. All I did was watch The Simpsons all night long while Diddy was in the room with Mace. She reading these stories like, oh, y'all bitches think y'all slick. Y'all think y'all just gonna come up in here and get a payday when I'm the one that was with this nigga and I don't even know who y'all is. Don't nobody know who y'all is? Y'all just gonna slide in under. That's like you come in the door and somebody you don't even know trying to come in the door after you when you get home. You finally get a brand new house. You got the keys. You unlock that bitch. You're like, yes. Then it's about 5-10 other people trying to come in and come into your house just because they heard you got a new house. Cassie like, well, I'm about to come in this bitch and I'm going to slam the door behind me and I'm going to lock it. She probably trying to do Diddy a favor and shut down all this other accusation shit. She probably going to wink at him when she get in the courtroom. I got you, babe. Like, yo, Cassie, you know, I know what you did out there. You know, you already done been through enough, but these people coming out lying, making up shit on me. Well, nobody there with you. You was with me during the dark times. I don't know no Jane. Don't nobody know who these people is, man. They saw me give you the money. Now they want to come take the rest of my money. Cassie, you holding me down in the dark times again. Like, I got you, babe. She walk off with her new Louis Vuitton purse that Diddy paid for. She got on them new shoes, smelling all good and shit. I got you, babe. She probably went to go visit him and let him know, like, Sean, I'm not trying to screw you over. You know, there's a lot of people coming out and they talking shit, and I know that they're lying because I was there and I know that shit didn't happen. So if I have to testify in front of everybody, that's just what I'm going to do, because I'm going to protect you, you know, because I still love you. I do. Like, I still love you too, girl. Think about you all the time. You know, I would have never gave you that money if I didn't feel like you deserved it, because when I kicked your ass, that was the most hurtful thing for me to ever see again. I never meant to hurt you. It was the drugs, man. It was the drugs. It was the liquor. They was providing me with all that free liquor and shit. Like, I got you, babe. I think she doing Diddy a favor. What y'all think? Okay, where we at with it? Okay. They was in an on and off again relationship from 2007 to 2018. That's over 11 years. Was settled out of court the day after it was filed. But it also opened the door to a flood of civil lawsuits against the rap and fashion power player, accusing him of various forms of sexual misconduct and crimes, including, I can't even say it, including, damn, I can't even say it. Those are horrible crimes to be accused of. Those are horrible things to say about somebody. Those are horrible things to allege about a person. Those are horrible things to even mention about a celebrity, you know, or anybody for that matter. And it's a possibility that it's not even true. It's a possibility that these people could be lying. It's a possibility that these people could be trolls and they just simply want to get paid. That's what it all boils down to. It's a possibility that these people saying these harsh things about this man just want to get paid. And who don't want to get paid? Especially millions of dollars. They already done spent the money in their head about 4, 5, 6 times. But if anybody can tell it, they're not looking for Tasha K to tell it. They're not looking for Lovely T to tell it. They're not looking for Tissa Tells to tell it. They looking for Cassie to tell it. Because if it ain't Cassie or Jennifer Lopez or Kim Porter or somebody that we know he was in a relationship with and not some one night stand or somebody that met him at the club, because these people wanted to get got. These people wanted for something to happen between them and Diddy. These people, these randoms, they wanted their butt plug. They wanted to top Diddy off. They get in his presence. They don't know if that's the last time they're gonna see this man. They so intrigued, they gotta leave with something. And since they ain't got shit to offer, all they got is their ass. Especially the men out there that got mouths to feed. They looking for an opportunity, ain't got no education, done been in and out of jail. Diddy might be the victim when this is all said and done. A victim of his fame, a prisoner of his celebrity. It might turn out to be a victorious day for Diddy in court, especially after Cassie say what she got to say. They're accusing him of various forms of sexual misconduct and crimes, including the scrape of women and men. As these civil lawsuits were being filed, 3 of Combs' properties were raided by the FBI, and he was arrested on September 16. He has been denied bail multiple times and is now housed at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. In May, Ventura was back in the headlines when CNN leaked footage from a security camera at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, showing her fleeing the room, only to be attacked by Combs as she waited for an elevator to arrive. In the footage, Combs wearing a robe is seen kicking Ventura, grabbing her by the hair and throwing her to the ground before grabbing her suitcase and handbag. Combs apologized for his role in the incident following its release, but his attorneys accused CNN of altering the footage in a March 13th filing, telling the judge the network removed the timestamp. What that got to do with the footage? Do it make a difference what time it was? Like, it was a time for ass kicking, Your Honor. The Hebrew Israelites said at 3:13 is the perfect time to whoop your wife in the name of David. It was a time for ass whooping, Your Honor. In Diddy's religion, the Hebrew Israelites insinuate. How in the hell he going to explain the timestamp? So what, they cropped the video a little bit. Like, the people need to see what time it was, ass whooping time. So that make him exempt from any persecutions. I would love to know what time or date. He make it seem like it was Ramadan or something like that. And he had every right to put hands on her. Like, he got a Middle Eastern philosophy that make him exempt from something, you know? Where that part at? It said Combs apologized for his role in the incident following its release, but his attorneys accused CNN of altering the footage in the March 13th filing, telling the judge the network removed the timestamp, changed the video sequence, and sped the shit out of that footage, man. That shit was like, they rewound it again when he slammed it. They slowed it down when her head bounced off the floor. They sped it up when he snatched her and slowed it down when her head bounced. It's like, they remixed the shit out that tape. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. They drop bombs on it and everything. Is that me smell like that? Hold on, y'all. Because we ain't nobody brave enough to call in or nothing. I'm over here. God damn. God damn. God damn. God damn. I stink so good, man. A little bit of soap, a little bit of musk, a little bit of funk, a little bit of sweat. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like y'all don't be smelling yourselves from time to time. But that's Negro here, no there. We got to get back into this news. Combs apologized for his role in the incident following its release. Okay, we read that part already. On Thursday, federal prosecutors filed the revised indictment against Combs. So the prosecutors filed the revised. So they had to redo some shit and make it right for now. Like the girl that accused Diddy of getting it in with her and Jay-Z, you know. First she said Jay-Z wasn't there. Then she came back and said Jay-Z was there with her and he helped Diddy assault her or whatever the case was. So they had to revise it. So let's see what they had to revise here. On Thursday, federal prosecutors filed the revised indictment against Combs, bringing additional charges of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution related to a second victim. So if he made them hoes walk, that would have took a charge off. What the transportation got to do with any damn thing? Since he paid for their plane ticket, that make him, what if they bought their own ticket? Or they found their own means of transportation to get there? Sex trafficking and transportation to engage in. What if they rode a bike or some shit? Would that lessen the charges? To engage in prostitution related to a second, the whole Instagram need to be in jail. People make friends with people just so they could pay their bills. What who out there not? Come on, man. I need y'all to help me understand what's going on here, what's happening in this Diddy trial that's not the norm. They make it seem like we in the 1920s. Even back then, they had brothels. They said prostitution is the world's oldest religion or the oldest profession. So people was bartering booty since the Stone Age. But somehow, and I'm not saying it's right, I wouldn't participate in nothing like that. I wouldn't advise anybody else to participate in nothing like that, but it's pretty normal. It's been happening. I mean, shit, the nightlife, that's what it's all. People that go out the clubs and get dressed up and buy drinks and shit. If somebody buying you a drink, you pretty much already know what time it is or what direction they trying to take it in. I don't know, man. They make it seem like he the only human being in the world to ever, have some shit like this going on. Matter of fact, man, I might as well just go ahead and talk about it. I don't said it a million times, man. If Diddy's wrong, who's not wrong? If Diddy's a criminal, who's not a criminal? I had some long distance relationships before, and we didn't get to see each other often. And when we did, we had to get to each other somehow. And a lot of times when we finally got around to each other, one thing led to another. I mean, it's a long distance relationship. Is that a crime? Sex trafficking and transportation. Now, if it's some kids or some shit like that involved, matter of fact, I don't even want to be speaking on kids on camera. If it's some kids or something like that involved, then we talking about something different. But Cassie's grown, and I'm pretty sure victim 1, 2, 3, and 4 is grown too. With this, he faces the same 3 federal offenses he was originally charged with, related to allegations of directing a vast criminal enterprise wherein he assaulted and trafficked women, then forced them to perform oral sex. Man, he in the entertainment business. He's a rapper, a platinum selling artist. Not only that, he's a CEO. He got his own record label. He don't write rhymes, he write checks. He got artists. He is the head of a $1 billion alcohol brand. What is he supposed to do? Be a Mormon? Like that don't come along with that lifestyle. Like people not willing. Like his inbox not flooded. Like it ain't chicks trying to get smashed on. And dudes too. Man, they need to take a local rapper in your city. Think of a local ass rapper in your city that people only know in your city. Ain't got no international acclaim or nothing like that. And it don't even have to be a rapper. Somebody that's famous, your mayor, the fucking chief of police getting cheeks. Anybody with a rep or whatever the case is, if that's what they want, they can get. There's always somebody that's willing. He a freaking billionaire. Hell yeah, it's people. That don't mean that it's trafficking. What about Future? How many baby mamas he got? What about Anthony Edwards and all these NBA players that's knocking up these chicks left and right? They trafficking? Or is them just consensual? Whatever, man. It's somebody out there right now with a mini skirt on, walking up and down the street, ain't got shit else to do. People selling themselves, man. But Diddy ain't some bus driver out there honking the horn in a yellow cheese van. Whatever. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it, man. And they keep on with this freak off bullshit. With this, he faces the same 3 federal offenses he was originally charged with, related to allegations of directing vast criminal enterprise wherein he assaulted and trafficked women, then forced them to perform sexual acts at freak off parties. In arranging these performances, persecutors alleged Combs and his associates transported sex workers across state lines and internationally. So it was a big van. But then again, I could see him doing some shit like that because his son Quincy, he did some old bullshit. I ain't trying to defend this man because I seen his family do some old other shit. Where that thing with Quincy with his damn taxi service or whatever the fuck that was he had. He had like a Uber service. Is this the shit? Y'all bear with me because he had it on his Instagram. Matter of fact, let me pull up his IG real quick because most likely it's still on there. Get this together. There it is, right there. What is this shit? The ETA airwaves. This is what he invested in. He said, "Wow, I got a white SS, yeah, shoes and socks, whatever." This is his shit. Earlier than anticipated. So this is his car service. He pick you up at the airport, wherever you trying to go. He can get you there in about 5 minutes flat. Now that's trafficking on a whole nother level. Matter of fact, let me type that in real quick. So as soon as you get off of the damn plane, he waiting out there to pick your ass up and take you wherever you trying to go. He got vlogs about it. He doing, hey, it is what it is. He got slammed for a cringy birthday video. Who was it? I think he doing all this shit just to paint this image of them being weirdos so Diddy could get some justice for what happened to his moms or whatever the case is. He just putting gasoline on the fire. Like, yep, we're all weird, like Michael Jackson. We're the Combses, we're all sick fucks. Like, I can't help it. Little boys, little girls, woo-hee! Why would he do some creep shit like this, knowing Diddy in jail and being accused of all different types of freakage? They put up a picture before his transformation when he was a little girl and everything online, man, just to add more weird stuff to all of this. He put up a video on Cassie getting her ass beat, Diddy crying and apologizing. Then he turned around and do some shit like this. Like, boys, girls, woo-hoo! Like he It the Clown or some shit. Trying to get his whole family canceled.
That this would definitely encourage a lot of women to unconceal, reveal, yeah, themselves. But yeah, I mean, did you see that Terrence Howard podcast clip over the weekend?
Yeah.
He was on a podcast and he was talking about his relationship with Diddy, like friendship with Diddy. But he said that Diddy kept trying to like hang out with him and like talk about music, talk about movies. And then at one point his assistant was like, he wants to get with you.
Wow.
Yeah. And Terrence said it so casually. I don't know. I feel like all the skeletons have been coming out of the closet.
What type of weak shit is that? Terrence Howard talking about his assistant told him, Diddy trying to have sex with you, boy. Like they just sitting there with their legs crossed. Like, what does he want with me? He said he took a meeting with Diddy talking about he wanted to be his acting coach. And they wasn't acting or nothing. Diddy was just staring at him. So was he staring back? Did they have a dialogue? Was they just looking at each other, licking their lips and shit? Like, what does he want? What does he want? I think he's trying to, yeah. Oh, child, he said, oh, that boy Diddy, I want you, Terrence. Like, no, I ain't gonna be able to do it today. I know what Zesty, I know what Daddy wants. I know what Daddy wants. That was by him coming out and saying this BS. Just make him look even more zesty, man. He said, Diddy tried to fuck me. As a man, you don't even say nothing like that, but I kept my man card. Come on, man. By even, hey, it is what it is. Terrence Howard just gave a glimpse into what he said was the dark side of Hollywood. And one example he used from his personal experience was none other than Diddy. Oh, shit. The film and TV actor was a recent guest on Patrick B.E.T. Davis's podcast, where he claimed he was targeted by Diddy for sex under the guise of coaching. Ain't that him at the damn Diddy party? Hold on.
Then next, Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what
Come on, man. He said that like he proud too. Just like what's the dude, Choke No Joke, Like Diddy came on to me. He did. Yes, I was at a party. I was with my mans and them. And Diddy, he came up to me. He pushed up on me and everything. Diddy was trying to get with me. I swear. It was something about my mascara, my lip gloss, or whatever the case was. Diddy was trying to have sex with me. I swear he was. He was. Diddy was trying to get my butt. Where do men come up with this type of bullshit, man? Terrence Howard doesn't say exactly when his alleged attempt by Diddy occurred, but claims he was invited to Diddy's place when the music mogul asked Terrence for acting lessons. Terrence claimed Diddy had no material to work on and just stared at me a while before asking Terrence to play some music again, just to stare at him. Nothing was accomplished. When Diddy invited him to come back over another time, how did he wind up leaving? That's the part where he left out. Was it okay? That's it. I think it's getting late. I'm about to get out of here, Diddy. It was nice seeing you. I'm supposed to be your acting coach, but you ain't acting. You ain't got no material or nothing, so I'm just about to go ahead and hit the road, Diddy. And I'll see you next time, brother. Okay, have a good one. Thanks for inviting me over. Was it a paycheck involved? Did he invoice him some money? Did he have a flat rate to where he'd take time out of his schedule and come help? Is that a part-time gig he got where he's an acting coach? Who hires an actor to be an acting coach? Like they ain't got other shit to do. And I know he ain't doing it for free. So Diddy had him come over there to do. It ain't adding up, man. When you really think about it, it don't make a lick of sense. But that's what he pushing to the public. How did the night end? Did y'all dap each other up? See you next time? Did y'all exchange woo-woo? He just disappeared. Terrence said a lot of people give up their man card to make it in Hollywood and become successful, but he refused to do it at any point. Man, we seen in order to play a pimp in a movie. Look at this. Oh man. In order to play a pimp in a movie, I don't give a damn what movie it is. If you playing a pimp, you gotta be zesty. You gotta have a perm. You gotta wear pink. You gotta have lipstick. You gotta have the long hair. You gotta be flimsy. This man had the perm with a skinny mustache, smoking a skinny cigarette. Hey man, it is what it is. If you are pimp, look how much lipstick and makeup they put on that man. Purple shit, titties all out. Pimps are zesty. The only way you cannot have feelings for a woman and put her out there and do all that shit and disrespect women like that, you gotta be zesty. Pimps are divas. And if you're not a diva, you could never be a pimp or even play a pimp. If you want anything pimping about you, you got to be the head bitch in charge. And for Terrence Howard to play a pimp, he had to have it in him. Or else you ain't even gonna be able to get in the character like that. He been playing a pimp in every movie, even if it's not a pimp role. That's just his personality. Look. S-curl fried out. That shit burnt to a crisp. And he making it seem like he ain't never had to do nothing strange for a role in Hollywood. Never did nothing strange. Legs crossed, perm laid. He never. Okay, we gonna leave that alone. Okay, let's get back into this.
Pregnant, understand?
Yeah.
I just think
Ugh.
that optically, you know what I mean? Just like she, I'm glad that she's moved on and happy, and like this is not even her first or second, or I think she's had like 3 kids with the. Isn't she with a bull rider now?
Is he a bull rider?
Yeah, oh, he's like a matador or a bull rider. He
Wait, I
does
thought
something with
no,
bulls.
he's a fitness guy.
No, he
He's a
does he does
trainer.
rodeo as well.
Oh, does he? Because I
Uh-huh.
remember Diddy hired him
Yes.
to be the trainer, and then she went and got with him, and it was like that was like dicey.
Right. But yeah, I mean, she's going to be up there on the stand. I mean, assumedly, I think her husband's name is Alex.
Alex Fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be in the court too, like, you know,
Maybe
supporting
with their
her
kids.
with their kids and that sort of stuff. God, this is just going to be just like a crazy case when it goes to trial.
I know. It'll definitely be, if it's public, right? Like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp
Yeah.
case, it would be explosive for sure.
Imagine being on that jury.
Like, which one do you think would be more explosive, the Diddy case or Blake versus Justin Baldoni?
If you could only sit inside one of the courtrooms.
Yeah.
What if recording high quality
Damn,
content,
they looking forward to this shit.
editing like a pro,
I'm looking forward to it too. But like I said, it's gonna be a movie for sure, man.
Hard.
I might go Blake and Justin. It's a
I'm
little
gonna go
lighter.
Blake and Justin
It's a
too.
little lighter.
If Taylor Swift takes the stand.
Oh, wow.
If
one of
she
the dragons.
doesn't, I feel like we kind of know everything.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
feel like
true.
with Diddy, if there's like names that come out, celebrity names, that would be juicy.
I wonder if Diddy will take the stand to defend himself.
Oof. I would advise against it.
Oh, would you, in your legal opinion?
Yes.
Okay, on to our next story.
Hey, he
Firefest-
really don't have a choice but to get up there and take the stand at this point. Nobody can do him more justice than he can do for himself. So they saying it wouldn't be a good legal decision for Diddy to take the stand, but I believe it'd be the best thing he could possibly do is get up there and tell his side of the story and try to make it logical, regardless of what people got to say. That's the only way he gonna be able to get it off his chest. As long as he don't freak out and he stay calm and collected while he telling his side of the story, and he speak fluently so people can understand every word that's coming out his mouth, I think that's the best possible thing he could do, is get up there and tell his side of the story. He don't gotta convince people that he was famous, admired, and loved by millions. He don't have to convince people that he was a sex symbol at the height of his career. He don't have to convince people that women of all kinds was chasing him down the street and he had plenty of options and never had to take anything from anybody. He could speak on the times to where people took advantage of him, where he was put in situations that he didn't want to be in, but had to do what he had to do. That'd be convincing to anybody with a logical brain. I don't see how it wouldn't be convincing to anybody. So anybody in Diddy's camp that's listening, advise him to get up there and speak his truth, or forever hold his peace. Because if they put him in jail for life, ain't gonna be no interviews. Or maybe on the Art of Dialogue, they're gonna have to set him up like Suge Knight, but it's gonna already be too late. Tell it now and put it out there. Tell your side of the story, Diddy. Because people saying all this stuff, I ain't saying he innocent. I ain't saying he ain't do some of that stuff they saying he did. But he got way more money than them people making them allegations about him. But that's Negro here, no there. Y'all gonna have to let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section, man. I feel like I done said all I could possibly say about it. Cassie is about to take that stand though. And when she get up there, she got a whole lot of explaining to do. We want to know if she enjoyed herself. Did she have a good time when she was with Diddy? Did she find any pleasure in any of it? Or was she living in misery the whole entire time? I can only imagine what it could be like being with somebody that can provide you with everything you want, but at the same time, it feel like that person is taking your soul. Either way, people never satisfied, rather broke or rich. healthy or whatever the case is, people always find something to be upset about. And on the outside looking in, it may seem like Cassie was living the best life, but it's a possibility she was suffering on the inside as well. We got to wait till May 5th to see how this all play out. All I could do is allegate and speculate and assume what's possibly going on behind the scenes. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know. And even if Cassie get up there and say whatever she gonna say, they could be rehearsing that. They could be getting her statements and everything together. Her lawyers and shit want to make sure she say the right things and not the wrong things. She probably got to rehearse and prep for what she gonna say in front of the court. And Diddy, on the other hand, at this point, it's nothing to rehearse. If he take the stand and he starts speaking, it's gonna all be raw emotion because it's been bottled up for too long. He been holding back for way too long. When Diddy get up on the stand and let it all out, it might sound like that man. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. If it don't take too long. I could just say it, but it would be better if I just went ahead and showed y'all what I'm trying to say, man. Let me type this in real quick and see what happened. Okay, it shouldn't take long. There we go.
Where deep down in my heart, I still love you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. God damn. Sound like a damn walrus. That's what Diddy gonna do. As soon as he get up on the stand, man, he ain't gonna be able to hold it no more. He not gonna be able to contain himself when those raw emotions get built up and they finally want to hear what he got to say. And them cameras, they want to hear him tell it. We're going to have to wait until May 5th. Y'all stay tuned because Diddy going to tell his side of the story. It might come out just like that. Only time to tell, man, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. I got so much love for each and every last one of y'all, all of the people that hit them likes, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Did anybody say anything that I want to get out there to the world? She said, this is going to be talked about for years and years to come. Unfortunately, you're right about that. They're going to be talking about this for a very, very long time, man. And people not going to have the brains to put two and two together. I'm so glad you said that. I want to share something with y'all real fast before I get out of here. Share this real quick before I go. They said the human brain is going to be small as hell in the future because all of the technology and all of the information that we being fed, people not really trying to, do their own research. Hold on. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. It's not going to be an evolution. It's going to be a devolution. The less people use their brains, the smaller it's gonna get. Our brains is shrinking. It's smaller, dumber. People gonna have little heads. It's already people being born with little heads. Scientists say the human brain has lost 10% of its mass, the equivalent of a tennis ball, over the last 20,000 years. And it's only about to get smaller. So in the future, like you said, people gonna be speaking about this for years and years to come. They really gonna believe that Diddy was the only one in the freak off party. Even though they said there's other A-list celebrities, don't nobody care about who they was. Diddy was the only man in history to have a freak off party by his damn self. And his girlfriend at the time, the one who ordered the BBCs and had them men come and all that shit, she gonna be exempt. She the one that testified on him in court. That's what they gonna say in the future. But that's Negro here, no there. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about it, man. She said exactly, the more you entertain the bullshit, said it ain't worth speaking about unless you slow as fuck. Yes, these young people don't even know how to tell time on a watch. I've seen it. They don't even know where to begin to tell time on a watch. So it's looking like we out of time, man. That's how people can get up here and make all these allegations and don't nobody think nothing of it because, you know, logical thinking is a thing of the past. When tax season roll around, you got people on your nuts. When it's time to get that tax money, people want to file your kids all on your meat for some money. People you ain't talked to in years pop up out the woodworks trying to be your friend again. Soon as you hit some success, that's when everybody got their hand out. So imagine being successful all the time. And it's one thing to have money and you're not famous. You still got people, once they get word that you got it like that, they're going to be all over you. So just imagine everybody knowing that you got a bag, a big bag at that. People going to be calling you. You ain't even going to know how they got your number. Oh, my sisters, cousins, aunties, brothers told me that this was your number and I got a proposition. And like I said, most people ain't got nothing to offer but they ass. So for him to be in this situation, you really got to use logic to get a better understanding of this thing, man. But people don't want to do that because entertainment is just way more entertaining. I'm not saying he's innocent, but don't put yourself in his shoes. He made a lot of dumb decisions. But imagine how hard it would be for you. Don't just think about the money. Think about the fame. Think about you being in the music videos. Think about you dancing with all them lights and them shiny suits on and shit. And people got a perception of you. Imagine if it was you with the helicopters and the diamonds and the jewelry, with the fire and the money, all that shit. Imagine how people would view you if you was the one in the Versace. If you was the one in the video with Usher, if you was standing next to Usher, imagine how people would view and treat you. A lot of y'all couldn't even imagine. If you was sitting in VIP with two bad bitches, with a toothpick in your mouth, with a business suit on, imagine if it was you hit up the club dressed up like the Men in Black with two bad ones. They don't even speak English. All they know how to say is Poppy. Imagine if it was you. Would you let that go to your head? They had him in Central Park looking like a gorilla before they arrested his ass. They called an animal patrol to get him off the street. They had dog catchers in NYC looking for Diddy before he got arrested. What if it was you with a zesty Pharrell and some bad Asian chicks all around you, while he looking like Spock from Star Trek? What if that was you? Would you be able to handle the pressure? What if you had the money to take Dawn Richardson and make her face look decent enough for them cameras? Or slut out Carrie Hilson because she wanted to sing background vocals? What if it was you, man? On a set with an Alien 5 Tiana Taylor, while she doing something Strong J in your music video and you paying for everything. What if it was you? That's something y'all got to consider. I swear he's suffering from mental retardations. Just by looking at these pictures, they saying that he was the head of a criminal enterprise. When he ain't never work an extra sketch or do a crossword puzzle or none of that shit. But that's Negro here, no there. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Y'all be good out there. Let me get this thing set up real quick. Because this is my first time doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go.